Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed is a spiritual crossing of the threshold to the world of being a truly expanded human being. Join Mediums Cheryl and Kelley for conversations about discovering deep spirituality, developing your intuitive and empathic skills, and personal mediumship. Each episode will focus on tips, tools, and techniques to help you understand and expand your own inner gifts of life journey. Now, your host of Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed, Kelley and Cheryl.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. It is a new day today. It is season 2, the start of our show, Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed. We're with the new station, WLTKDB. We're in good hands. Thank you, Todd. Kelley, it is great to see you again. We have been so excited to start our season 2. How are you today?
I'm doing great. And didn't you just love that intro? That was so cool. I loved it.
It's a great intro.
Really
It was a great intro.
Yeah, thank you, Todd.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great. It's great to be back because it feels like it's been forever since we did our last show. And It just is exciting that we're in this new platform and we're doing things a little bit different. And I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to share with everybody. So definitely an exciting time right now. Anyway.
So we are taking questions still on our seeingbeyondradio.com. That's our website. We encourage everyone to sign up for our mailing list. We'll keep you informed of where we are and what's going on. But really, when you get a chance, everyone, sign up for our mailing list, seeingbeyondradio.com. And that way we can get your questions, any questions you have about mediumship, psychic, past lives, angels. We're here, and we'll have some wonderful guests on this season as well. So I just want to take a moment and ask Kelley, Kelley, for our new audience or for those who have joined us and are following us, welcome back, everyone. But Kelley, we want to hear about you and how you started your journey on your spiritual path. How did you begin your development? Were you called? Did you tell us your story, please?
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks, Cheryl. So we're going to share about ourselves again because it is a new audience, and I'm sure we'll have some people that have heard our stories, but we're going to share again for all the people that haven't. So my story kind of begins. It's a very strange story. I'll just start that off off the bat. It's just a strange story. And it starts before I was born, and that's the honest truth. My first memory are actually of dying in my past life. And I was 22, and I know I was a nurse, and I was killed. And I was immediately a 3-year-old spirit child watching my mom in this life give birth to a brother that she put up for adoption 13 years before I was born. So that's kind of where my weird story begins. And I do remember being in the spirit world for all those 13 years and meeting my siblings before they were born and being very connected with my angels and, basically being 3 miscarriages that I can vividly remember choosing to change my mind and not come. So I know that, we do have a conscious choice. I chose my family, and I was my mom's 6th child born. And I remembered everything at birth. I actually remember my entire first year of life, which is very abnormal. I hear very few people remember that. I actually remember just before I was born and being born and how traumatic it was and how much everybody annoyed me as an infant because my brain worked just like it does now, but I was this little tiny baby body and my body didn't work, and that annoyed me. I remember that, and the baby talk just annoyed me, all the little coochie coo stuff. I wanted to smack the people, but I was an infant. So all my life, I've kind of had my gift and had these memories, which in some ways are a blessing and in other ways can be, stressful because I didn't understand them. And, the older we get, the harder it gets to understand them as like, with just like living in a society that doesn't believe. Let's just say that. So, as I grew older, I definitely had the gift. I definitely, was aware of it. I didn't talk about it a lot. Only very few people that I knew about it. I grew up with tarot cards. I grew up with using the Ouija board with my family. So I did have a very open spiritual family growing up in Venice Beach. So those were good things. I loved crystals. Crystals are all over Venice Beach. I was obsessed with them as a child and as a teenager and even as an adult. I do believe in the healing power of crystals. It wasn't until though I was 40 and my youngest son was a couple of years old and he was talking about my dad who had died 6 years before he was born, and he was talking about his past lives, but he didn't quite understand what he was talking about and kept asking me things like why was Hitler such a horrible man, and told me that he had died in the Holocaust and that his name was Abigail Utenstein. That I was like, okay, here's a child just like me, and I'm not going to do what everybody did to me as a kid, which was like, oh, you have such a great imagination. I
Mm-hmm.
decided I was going to set out on this adventure and I was going to discover and learn about my gifts so I could help my child. And I found a child psychologist who was also a psychic medium and a healer,
Oh,
and she
oh,
just really set us on our path.
wow.
With my son, she helped us, and he's 15 now, and he's shut the gift off, and he's too smart for this
Mm,
gift. He doesn't believe anymore, but that's another story. But it kind of when I started developing and learning and
yeah.
understanding it, it changed my
Mm-hmm.
life. It made me see that, oh, I am in charge of my energy. I am in charge of this gift. I don't have to be awoken all the time by the spirits. They don't come anymore unless I invite them. I was in control. And, my child taught me that. And he was my third child. All my kids have the gift, but he really just had it the most like me. I have to say, he's my mini me. You always get one that's like a mini you, and he's it. Like,
Yeah.
he annoys me so bad, but he's my mini me. And
It's
I
good
love
to have a mini me. Yeah.
right. And then my oldest passed away, in
Oh,
2016. He was 20. And I was really had just started working professionally in
mm,
2015. So it was kind of an interesting journey when he passed. I threw myself into work. I threw myself into readings because I
mm.
felt so connected to him. And it really helped with my grief, helping other people and connecting with other people because I felt my son close, helping me. So I do have a new relationship with my oldest child, in spirit, and that's a blessing. So that's my story. That's like a little condensed version of my story. I'm not actually going to write a book, but that's my
Fantastic.
story because there's a lot to tell. That's just a little mini version. But
I,
Cheryl,
you
you
know,
have a story too, so please tell us
I do.
yours. I
I
love
do
your
have a
story.
story. Thank you. And so here's my story. Well, it runs in my family. My great great grandmother is pure Cherokee Indian, so I have Cherokee Indian with me. I feel very connected to Native Americans. And it runs in my family, especially the women's side, but now I know my brothers and sisters are very intuitive. So growing up, the women in my family, anytime we got together for a holiday or a vacation, the women would sit and seance, or they would sit together and talk about spirituality and metaphysics. And but me as a child, I was so small, I couldn't participate, but I would hear about what their conversations were after they finished, right? They'd sit around and just have an after talk, so to speak. And that's maybe when I could step in and hear it. And I was a very young child. I did see spirit when I was around 3 years old. I saw it as a beautiful golden orb or a golden glow in my room. And it was a very playful feeling. It was reassuring me. It was just coming in to check on me. That was the messages that I was receiving. And it would move things around my room. It would move a toy or it'd move a picture on a wall. But I wasn't afraid. It was never that. It was always interesting and curious for me. And this beautiful golden glow visited me a few times in my childhood. So I have that memory. I'm very grateful for that. And then growing up, I knew this is what I wanted to study and this is the field I wanted to go in. And as a child, you think it's normal and natural. That's how we were raised. It's normal and natural. My mom had Edgar Casey books in the house. We had a lot of, psychic books that were available. It wasn't mainstream, so I didn't talk about it outside my home either, right? When I went to school, it just wasn't something my friends were talking about. But at home, my brother and I would practice. We'd light a candle and ask spirit to move move the flame, and that would let us know that spirit's here. And so it was very playful and fun growing up like that in that household.
That is
My great aunt was actually hired by the government to find a missing pilot and plane back in the day. Who she did find them, by the way. She did locate the pilot. She had already known he was dead, and they did ask her to just please find him, find the plane, find out what you can. And she did find them. They were covered in snow, and the pilot was outside the plane. He had been ejected, but she did find them and locate them. And of course, you wouldn't hear about that back in the day, right? You would not hear that type of the government connecting with psychics, but they do. And so now it's more mainstream. So hopefully that helps bring it forward, for people to talk about the conversation. And I've just
right.
always known that, because I always known it was with me. And, one day I've always had like a traditional day job. And then I did my readings for people, my private readings for people on the side, or on the weekends or in the evenings. And really, Spirit came to me about 10 years ago now and said, we need you to do this full time. We need you to, because we want to get the word out. We want to help. We want to help a lot more people. So we need, and I was raring to go too. I was really just asking for that to happen. So really, they helped me. They helped me get started. They helped me put me on my path. And I've always had faith, and it's always worked out in some way. And then when I moved to California from Colorado, that was right about the time when I was meeting Kelly and Allison, and it's all synchronistic, I have to say. And it's just been a beautiful community in Southern California.
Yes,
It's just amazing, right, Kelly?
yes, yes. It was very synchronistic. We sat by you,
Yeah,
right next to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
You
we
were,
went to Medium Flirt Circle, and I saw you
yes,
there, and I was like,
yes.
"Oh, Cheryl again." Yeah.
Oh
So
my
we just
God, I
kept bumping
forgot
heads,
about,
not bumping heads, but seeing each
oh,
other, bumping into each other. Yeah.
yeah.
Spirit has a way of bringing everything together.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now look at us. We've worked together doing public demonstrations. We've worked together online doing public demonstrations or readings for people. We've certainly done several live Facebooks together. And a lot of you have been following us, and we're so grateful for that, that you're part of our family now. But Kelly and I just continue to see what we can create together. So I love this platform. I love being on a podcast, and I'm just so excited and thrilled to be back for season 2.
Me too, Cheryl. Thank you. I just love to share a story of something I used to do as a child, which is so odd now looking back, because so many people are so fearful of like the Ouija board. But like I said, the Ouija board is just a tool, really, like tarot cards. There's nothing,
Mhm.
it only works with your own energy. But as a kid, I spent a whole summer in a new house we were living in with the neighbor girl that I met. Her name was, I think, Mara. We spent like every day doing like in the Ouija board in a room in the dark in this house because there was a spirit there. And we got his whole story. And then we walked around the neighborhood and interviewed all the neighbors to confirm and validate these stories, because I needed proof even back then. That's why I chose evidential mediumship now. Like I was like, okay, these are the facts. Like I wrote them down after the Ouija board told us of how he died and who he was, and we validated all of the facts that we got from him, the spirit. It was crazy. But I thought to myself, like, I always believed. She was,
Mhm.
very few people, that
Mhm.
could trust with this, right? When you're
Mhm.
little.
Right.
And she just
Yeah.
happened to be one of them because I'm pretty sure she was probably a medium too. And we were just, that's why, like attracts like, right? When you're a kid.
Right. Right.
It was just funny. But I love that, I mean, it's a journey. Everything happens the way it's supposed to, which is so annoying to hear when things don't go great. But sometimes bad things happen, but good things happen after. If
Right.
that makes
And,
sense. Maybe
some,
I'm saying it wrong, but
yeah,
you know what I
yeah, it sure does. And really, when we talk about manifesting and creating the life of your dreams, sometimes it happens better than we imagine too. So, I mean, there's that part of it too, right? There's certainly the struggles, challenges that, all of us are in a transformational stage right now. We're all being transformed. And even it might even be picking up, the energy is raising, right? The vibration is
It
raising, the
is.
energy is raising. We're
Yeah.
learning, we're processing, we're healing. I don't know, something is coming through at a higher rate or quicker. We're
Yeah.
becoming
we're
Yeah,
losing a lot of good people too, and I wonder, what's the reason for that? But I think that, they're now like our guides on the other side, these great people, right?
oh, that's so true. We recently just lost the wonderful Mavis Batilla, right?
And
The
somebody
one and only. I'm getting chills just talking about
who
this.
was
Yeah.
the other one just before her that was amazing? I never got to meet her.
Janet No Havoc.
Yeah, and I'm so sad about that because I so wanted to meet her and take one of her classes,
Yeah,
and so many people have. So we're losing some great people, but now I look forward to their guidance, now that they're on the other side, I
yes,
know they're gonna work with us, especially
absolutely. They're
Mavis.
def
I love
yeah.
Mavis. I'm so
I wrote a blog. I wrote a blog titled "The One and Only Mavis." I mean,
Oh,
she's
you
one of a
did?
kind, right? I
She
did. I'll
is
have to share it.
You do, you need to
I'll have
share
to
it.
share it again. It's in my
I
archives,
learned
but I'll
so
share it
much
again.
from her. She taught me she jump-started my mediumship because I was stuck in so many ways, and when I started
Mm,
mentoring with her back right after my son passed, she
mm.
just really said some things that clicked, if that makes sense, that was
Yeah, it
just, like,
does.
opened me wide up, right up, like, it was just like, "I understand now," made it all make sense, because this it is she doesn't like us to call it a gift, but to me, this is a gift, our mediumship,
Mm,
but it is a gift
mhm.
that I believe we all have, to some extent, and I think, figure it out, yeah.
Mavis, um, was a lot of fun even outside of teaching.
Yes,
I know
adorable,
at the end of our classes or something, we would all go out and have a big dinner, right? We
yes,
would all
and her cute little
celebrate.
foo-foo drink that she'd get, what was that called? Bellini.
Oh my gosh, I
Bellini.
forgot about
The
that.
It's so good, I had one, they're yummy, and she loved her bellinis. Yeah, and I
She
just
had
think, like Go ahead.
No, I just said she had a wonderful way of looking at how beautiful the intelligence of the spirit world was. I mean, she really lifted my awareness of how intelligent and how beautiful and how important it was the work that we did. I mean, she really instilled about how we are being called to be that medium or that healer, whatever avenue we are in life, but that we are here to help be in service. And it was really a truly that privilege that we hold dear. Yeah.
Yes. So, people are asking, Cheryl you see the
Yes.
comments, Cheryl, right?
I can see the comments.
You can? Okay, we can't respond, but we can see them, everybody, but Brianna is on, Facebook right now responding for us, and
Oh,
we
good.
do have a link for people to join when we do readings. We'll invite
Mhm.
you, to come in, and it's just a link you click on, you don't need to download any software, so it will just be like that, it's a website, so, you might be able to do it on your phone, I don't know, but definitely when we're ready, what will happen is Brianna she's logged in as me, but she'll be going into Facebook and she'll put in the comment as a response to you telling you to log in. So just only log in to this link if you're given it by Brianna as a response to your comment. And when we do readings, we'll get to that shortly. But we will go through the information, and then if you understand it, just tell us in the comments, and that's how we'll bring you up if we think you're the person we're with. Right, Cheryl?
That would be great. And also, I mean, we could later on, we could do either rapid readings where people type in a question,
Yeah,
we could do
think like
psychic readings. So
yeah.
we may not bring everybody on our platform with us, but if when it's time, and we'll let you know when you do, you could just type in a question and we could answer it, what we're feeling for you. Through the
Yes.
comments. Absolutely. We'll take your question and we'll read it out loud and let you know.
So yeah, and our show this time is much longer. Yeah, we can see YouTube comments, everything. Okay, Frank. Now remember, there is a delay for Facebook, and I don't know about a delay for YouTube. It might be a short delay too, but just be patient and know that Brianna's looking at the YouTube and the Facebook. So, and if she's not, she is now because she just heard me. So, sorry, Brianna, but Brianna's kind of like our right hand person, like she's there
She
helping us
is.
out on the show.
She
So
is. We could
thank
not
you.
do this without you, Brianna.
We
Yes.
appreciate her so much.
Yeah.
I did want to say, the show is an hour and a half. Thank you. That's where I was getting. So it's about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes, just so everybody knows. It just depends on what's happening on the show. Most of the shows are going to be Cheryl and I talking and maybe doing a few readings, but we are going to have some interviews and some guests, just so you guys know. But we decided this season we would do it a little bit different because from the feedback from everybody, and seeing the numbers of the shows where it was just me and Cheryl, like we did really good on our own, and it looked like people, from their comments, really like just me and Cheryl and not so much the interviews. Although we love the interviews, and we will be very choosy about who we do bring on. And we are going to interview some people that we interviewed before because we love them so much, and I think everybody else loved them. So definitely will be some interviews. It's not all just us. What is this? Oh, so I'm reading the comments. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Denise. She's at home with COVID. I hope you feel better. Or no COVID.
Absolutely.
Sorry, she's at home with a cold, not COVID. I read that wrong. Well, I hope you feel better, Denise. Sending you lots of love and healing. And Cheryl, everybody, Cheryl does this wonderful healing prayer circle on Sunday nights at 6:00 Pacific Standard Time. It is amazing. I try to make it whenever I can, but I'm not very good at that because Sundays are always my busy night too. I seem to be scheduling everything on Sundays, but it is amazing if you can make it. And she has a great Facebook group that you should join. It's also a healing prayer circle group, right? HPC.
Right, Kelley, and I think Denise, you'd be great. Everyone, it's free to join the Healing Prayer Circle. It is on my website. You can join through my website, mediumcheryl.com. I hold my Healing Prayer Circle every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I like to call it a healing prayer and meditation circle because I always meditate for the group, and I receive a meditation. So you'll always get a meditation about healing or manifesting, or really about empowering you or opening up your own intuitive energies. So it's a beautiful community. I'd love to see all of you there, and really share my link. Share the free prayer circle with your friends and family, because all is welcome. It does come with a private Facebook page. And once again, I used to do it monthly back when I started this years ago. But then when 2020 hit and we were all at home, it really felt the call to do it more often. So now it's become a weekly healing prayer circle, and it's really worked out great because people love it. They love to come on for 30 to 40 minutes with me online. We do a great prayer session. We talk about the energy, we meditate, and then we end on a high note. So I think people really enjoy it, and you get a recording the next day in your email. So if for some reason you can't make it on that Sunday or any Sunday that I hold those circles, you'll always get a recording the next day or two in your inbox.
And Maria here says your healing prayer circle is awesome.
It's awesome. It is. Thank you so much, Maria. And yes, I do occasionally have a guest on my healing prayer circles as well. But usually it's about you and answering questions, or, connecting with our higher awareness of love. I always tell people I operate on that divine love frequency, right? So that's what we're going for. Yeah.
And Cheryl is, I'm really inspired by Cheryl's healing prayer circle, and I'm creating something of my own that is probably going to be weekly too, but mine's going to be focused on signs from spirit, because I think, you can't always share your signs you get from spirit with your friends and family because not everybody believes. So what about like having an open space? Because I already have a group on Facebook. So I thought I'm going to start putting time and effort into that and sharing, so that's going to be coming up soon, where we can all kind of go on, and I'll do a couple of readings here and there and just sort of share stories of inspiration of signs we got from our loved ones. And hopefully that'll inspire other people, especially some people who want signs but don't always see them because maybe they're too logical or overthinking it. So maybe this will help them open up their mind to see the signs that they're getting from their loved ones. But not only that, signs don't just come from our loved ones in spirit, they come from our guides, our angels, they come from a lot of places. And I'm really big on signs. And so that's going to be my group. I'm inspired by Cheryl. So thanks, Cheryl, for the inspiration.
You're welcome. And how I have to say, wow, Kelley, because how important is it to share signs from spirit? Because as you said, some people, they don't know what to look for. They don't know, is this a sign or excuse me, they don't know what to look for. They don't know if it's a sign. And how beautiful it is to sit in a group and hear other people get signs. And it's all synchronicity and how they come through and how they just wow us. They blow us out of the water. Can I share a sign that I would
Yes.
love to share a sign that I got from my brother. So my brother, closest in age, the one that I was telling you about, where we practiced our seances and abilities when we were very young, when we were children, he has passed away. He passed away in the 1980s. But a sign I get from him, and this is funny because it blew me out of the water. So I have to share it because we would not think this is a sign, but of course it's a sign.
Yes.
So I'm at my day job, right? I'm at my day job, but I'm on a coffee break or what have you. I'm out in the lobby, so to speak, and I'm meeting a friend. And I was telling her uh, about signs from spirit. And I said, even, you never know where signs are going to come from. Um, my brother Greg, because that's his name, he sends me signs all the time. And sure enough, Kelley, I heard his name 4 times within the hour of speaking with my friend on this lunch break. There was a gentleman that worked in the same building as me. His name was Greg. So he came over to say hello. And then I got a phone call from a new client and his name was Greg. This is all within this short time frame. His name was Greg. And then we had another person walk up who was talking about a friend of theirs named Greg. And I just want to tell you and my friend that I was having lunch with during this hour, our jaws were on the floor. We're just like, wow, you don't even know how powerful the spirit world is and how much they want to support you and bring you those signs. And when you do get a sign, you want to say, thank you. I received that. I love you. Send me more signs, please. Because that excites them, right? It excites the universe, your guides, your angels, your loved ones, and they know you got it and they're going to send you more and more. So it's just an exciting experience that really floored me. I got to tell you, it was like, that was a wow day. That was a wow day. So thanks for letting me share. So I'm so glad you have your signs from spirit starting.
Yeah, I love it. It's been my coping skill. Like a lot of
Mm,
people, when someone dies, they join grief support groups. Uh,
yes.
and I joined some when my son passed, but to me they weren't for me. It was
Hmm.
maybe because I'm an empath. I was too overwhelmed with emotions from everybody's story, and I needed something inspirational and something that lifted up my spirits, not brought me down or made me sad. So my group I created, I told everybody, like, we're not here to share our sad stories, only share our
Hmm.
inspiring, uplifting stories of, the signs that our loved ones give us, because I want people to know, like, just because they've passed, it's just the physical body, they're still here. They still exist and they're still here to support us and guide us and love us. Um,
True. And yeah, and my brother Greg, like I still receive signs in other ways, but that one day, I mean, that was like a verbal. So signs can be a physical, they could be a feather, right, Kelley? Like what kind of signs could be coins? I mean, and I'm sure
numbers,
being a part of your group,
numbers,
birds,
numbers. My
numbers.
son sent me 420. He was a stoner.
That's
And
right.
literally, like, the day he passed,
Yes.
the very next morning or in the middle of the night, he woke up everybody we were on an RV, and he woke them all up at 4:20 AM by turning my laptop or my computer or whatever it was on. It was a laptop, actually, yeah. Turned the laptop on, and a clock across the front of the screen said 4:20 AM. It was like a clock, and I never put a clock on my laptop, but it had one now. And it did that 3 nights in a row, so I shut it down, I just, like, powered it down, but it was still plugged in, And the fourth night, it still did it at 4:20 a.m. And my daughter freaked out, of course. She's like, this bus is haunted, this RV. And she's a big skeptic, and I was like, no, it's just your brother. Of course, he's going to come and he's going to mess with us and play jokes because that's who he was in the living. And he's still that person.
Mhm.
And he's letting us know that he's okay and he's with us. And till this day, he still sends me all kinds of 420 signs. They're
Let
pretty
me
amazing.
let me remind you, I've experienced signs from your son when I've been with you. For example, when we were out of town, we had to stay in a hotel. What room number was it?
420.
420. 420
Yeah,
in this hotel
does
room.
this. I know he does this
Here
I got credit cards in 2017, new
Uh-huh,
bank cards. All of them
uh-huh.
expired on 420. And then the year later, the other ones that got upgraded, they expired 722. That's another sign I get for him. His birthday was
Oh,
722.
oh,
So he sends
interesting.
me numbers all the time, and he knows I'm
And
looking
then
for him,
and then another time I experienced a sign with you from your son was when we started season 1, the first day of season 1 of our podcast. What date was that?
420.
420 was April 20th. April
Yes,
20th was, and we didn't ask for that. That's just
it
how it
just sort of
happened. It was
worked
amazing.
out. You wanna hear another
April
crazy
20th.
one? My daughter's
Yes.
father passed last year. It was her brother's father also, like, they had a different dad than my younger son, and he passed away last, July, and she inherited everything, and
Mhm.
his house sold and all the paperwork signed and escrow and everything finished on 420 this year.
Oh my, I did not
And
know that.
yeah,
Incredible.
and he died on July 12th, I believe. And the coroner signed all of the paperwork on July 22nd, her brother's birthday.
Amazing. So you get a lot of numbers from your
Well,
son, the
and then my
7
dog,
20.
my special dog, Jet, who loved my son, passed away at 4:20 a.m. on my birthday.
Oh
So my
my.
son never ceased to amaze me with these signs of these number signs. So they're not always things that you would think signs. Sometimes they are
Mhm,
numbers.
mhm,
Sometimes it's a
mhm.
feeling. I was in the
It is a
pool.
feeling.
Yeah, we just got a new pool, an above ground pool we just installed, and I was in there hanging out with my neighbor and her little boy who's autistic, and all of a sudden, and it's hot. It's like 110 degrees out because it's Sacramento, and it's hot. There is zero breeze. We both heard somebody saying "mom," and her son doesn't communicate, like, he's autistic, and she looked at me, and I was like, "That sounded like my son." And then 5 minutes later, her best friend had just passed away, and, I had met him. His name was Jose, and 5 minutes later, I hear, "What's up?" And that's what he used to say. He would always walk in, and she
Really?
looked at me and she said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "I heard that too." And then this big breeze comes through, and all the trees start to blow,
Mm,
and the water starts
mm.
to move in the pool, and we just got the goosebumps all over, and
Goodness gosh.
she's not a medium, and she's like, "Well, I think she is," but she was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
I feel him,"
yeah.
and I said, "Me too." It was amazing. So that was a sign, but how do you explain that to people who are non-believers?
You don't
You
have
know,
to. How's that? You don't have
they
to,
don't
but it
believe.
is amazing.
Yeah, but that
It's
was a sign.
amazing.
So I love signs. They're my favorite thing to talk about. But lots of people would
Oh,
love reading today, Cheryl, and I don't think we can do too
that's
many, but we
great.
can probably do
Mm.
3 or 4 readings today if we're quick.
Oh,
And the way
yeah, I'd
it's
love
gonna
to.
Yeah, the way we're gonna do it, everybody, is that Brianna's gonna share a link to people. If you do you want to just go direct, Cheryl, or should we just give the
Sh
evidence? Should we just pull certain people up randomly? How should we?
Yes, that'll be fine. Does
So if
that
you'd like,
sound okay to you?
yeah, if you'd like a reading, post in the comments that you'd like a reading. And oh, well, we'll do this in a couple of minutes. Brianna's power just went out.
Okay.
She's in
Well,
Colorado.
the energy of the spirit world, we are all powered up here. Everyone, me and you, Todd, everyone that's listening, we are powered up here on WLTK. So we
And
have the power. Yeah.
but just post in the comments that you would like a reading, and and then somebody will respond with a link for you guys. Okay. So I see you guys seeing here. The other thing we could, Cheryl, is we could do a banner with the link, and then I could just tell people to,
great idea.
Yeah, because
let's do that.
Okay, and then
banner with the link. And also, I just felt someone's mom come through. I don't know. I was looking at the chat box. I don't know whose name, but I just felt mom step through. So maybe that's going to be our first reading today. Mom, and she had a bad back, and I heard Elizabeth. I just heard a name. I don't know who that applies to, but we will see. So spirit is definitely here. You can, when we feel spirit, we begin to sense them. You may hear a name, like Kelley hears, heard her son's name, and yeah, you could feel, you can sense, you can maybe see a spirit, an image. You may smell a perfume or something that they like to wear a lot. You may receive a knowingness, right? That's claircognizance. You can receive a knowingness.
That's her mom and grandmother.
Kathy. Oh, hi, hi. Kathy.
If you could come on, I think we're going to share the link here in a minute. That would be great.
Hi,
we're
Kathy.
Just getting the link out there, and I'm going to see if I can put it in a banner.
Also, I just want to say thank you, Kathy, that it's an anniversary or a birthday. There's like presents. And I feel like I know we're going to start the reading with Kathy being here, but I feel like you saw her right before she passed. But I'll wait for you to come in the room, and we'll get some validation and on that. But yes, we love doing readings. That's why we created this show, and we love reaching out and talking to everyone. We created a podcast. You know, Kelley is just very creative, very techie, but very creative, intuitively, and really good with colors and design. And we wanted to create this beautiful podcast called Seeing Beyond Living Transformed, in order to share what we've learned, right? We maybe be able to help give people shortcuts on how to develop or open their intuition, right? We can kind of give them the shorter route.
So we're just waiting for Kathy to join us. I know some other people have, but I think Kathy understands all the information. So if Kathy, if you can use that link to come on, we'd love to bring you up and see what you understand. And in the meantime, do you want me to bring Jessica and see what she understands, Cheryl?
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Jessica.
Hello. How are you guys?
Hi.
Great.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to our first show of our second
I'm so excited.
season.
I actually caught you guys live for once.
Yay.
Well, did you understand anything of Cheryl's oh, here's Kathy to bring her on next.
She probably will get more, but my grandmother, so she passed a year ago. She was like another mom to me. I'm the only grandchild, so I was her like everything. So that's why I said like mom figure, but if she can take the rest of it, then she could have it. But yeah, I was just seeing if you can connect to my grandma.
Yeah. A cancer, was it a cancer, please, passing with your grandmother?
No.
Okay, that might be Kathy's then. But let's connect with your grandmother. What's her first name? Was that Elizabeth?
No, Dorothy.
Dorothy is her first name.
My middle name's Elizabeth.
Oh, well, let's say yes then.
Yeah.
So I feel grandmother is like a mom to you. Is that right? I want to say best friend, advisor, mentor, soulmate. She's the one you go to, when you're in trouble. And it feels like she's also the laid back, beautiful grandmother that you could tell stories with, or kind of shoot the bull, as they say, or, just kind of be easy about all of it. And she shows me a lot of movies in front of me. Like, did you guys go to movies together, or you watch TV? Can you understand that?
We watched Wizard of Oz all the time. That was our movie.
That's awesome.
She feels very clairvoyant. I don't know if Jessica, your mom, you feel a little intuitive yourself. Could you say that, please?
I've been told.
Yes, definitely. And Kelley, are you picking anything up, or I know
did your grandmother go by Dottie?
Nope.
Okay. I'm just curious because I heard a nickname for her and I wasn't sure if she had a nickname that you gave her. Maybe you didn't call her grandma or something.
Nope, just grandma.
Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm with her, but I'll just tell you what I do feel. I feel very playful. Like I feel like I've got somebody who's very fun and playful and likes to have like a lot of laughs, like be silly and a good time. But also just to keep everything very simple, no conflict, no drama. You
Yes.
know, and I feel a lot of love, but she like carried herself in a very dignified, ladylike way. That's what I feel.
Very much.
She was very put together. Wasn't fancy or anything, but always like put together, like hair, everything done just right, you know?
Always hair and lipstick. That was it.
Yeah,
That's all she
yeah,
ever did.
yeah. So I just feel like a lot of love. She's really proud of you, and I do think the intuitiveness runs in the family and the connection to spirit because I feel like she was very empathic, and so are you, where you feel other people and animals. You know?
Always.
Yeah, a lot of love
Awesome.
from her. A
Yeah, a
lot
lot
of
of love from her. And I just feel, Jessica, do you understand the month of July to
I
be
just wrote that. Oh my gosh. Can you read the
Whoa,
writing? Where'd it go? That's July. I know you
it's
can't
right
read it.
there.
It was July.
July is my daughter's birthday month.
Okay.
Yay.
That's so funny that you said that. I literally just finished writing it. I heard July too.
Well, we are all three intuitives here, so we are definitely dialed in. So,
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. I feel like July. Like if it's your daughter's birthday, your daughter probably has a strong connection with
mhm,
your grandmother.
Very much. She talks about her all the time.
Yeah, I
mhm.
just feel like that she's connected, and that's why she's bringing it up. Um, I keep seeing silver cups. Does that make any sense? Is there anything about silver?
No.
You know, it's almost like they're wine cups, but they're silver, and they have like engraving on them. So I don't know what that is, but
No.
I'm just gonna leave that with you because I feel like you're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing something silver. These cups. I don't know why. Cheryl,
I just
anything?
want to leave you with your grandmother's love. To me, it feels like she appreciates your friendship because there was a friendship between you and her that she never got to have when she was younger. You know, it's almost like best friends. And I want to tell you again, there's that real soul connection, and it's okay to write to her because she shows me you have a lot of her cards or her handwriting, her
I
letters,
do. I
please.
saved every card she gave me since I was a kid until the day she died.
Aw.
And she does come through signs of music, you know, so I just would say write to her and she gives you signs through music. And just know that. And that feeling of somewhere over the rainbow from the movie, you know, I just get rainbows with her also, if you understand that, please. Oops,
Oops,
Jessica
we lost her. Oh,
popped
there you
away,
are.
but there you are again.
Thank you. Yeah, this year was hard. I lost her, and then 8 months later, I lost my other grandmother. It
Oh,
Oh, I'm
was
so
a rough
sorry.
year for
That
sure.
is tough. That's so sorry.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
appreciate it. Thank you. I needed this because I have not been in a very good place since she's left. So
oh, well, thank you for coming on. We're gonna put you back in the backstage part, but if you
thank
want to
you.
like leave and listen on Facebook, that opens up a slot for other people
Okay,
to.
I'll do that. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
ladies. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. All right.
Bye. So I want to bring Kathy on because she understood what you were talking about.
Yes, maybe also the passing, the way of passing.
Oh, hi, Kathy.
Hi guys.
We're
Thank you so
echoing
much
now.
for having me.
Are we on in the background there?
I'm sorry.
Are we on your? Do you have Facebook or something open?
Do you have two devices running?
No, just one.
There's an echo.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Because we're here. Oh, can you turn your volume down, Kathy?
Sure.
I wonder if, well, if she turns her volume down, how does she hear us, Kelly?
I don't know. Can you hear us?
I can.
Okay.
Is that better?
No, it's very echoey and staticky. But why don't you see what she understands, Cheryl? And then while we're talking, maybe you could mute Kathy and then unmute to talk. That will help.
That might be helpful. Thanks, Kelly. Sounds like I'm talking to spirit.
That's better. Yeah. So go ahead and tell her the
Thank you.
information that you were getting, and then I'll
Well,
unmute her.
also, Kathy, could you understand a cancer passing, please, around this information, around the name Elizabeth, please?
It's Elizabeth.
Oh, we have to.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we had to unmute you.
My grandmother's name was Elizabeth, and
Mhm.
my mom's name was Claire, and my gram had cancer.
Oh, and your grandmother had cancer.
Mhm.
Fits all of it.
My mother, when you were saying about the back pain, my mom definitely, like, she just suffered so much with her back. And I felt like I piggybacked on your last call or your last viewer, because July for me is my husband's and my anniversary, and he has passed as well. So I felt a lot of comfort in hearing all those things.
Do you
That
know
is
a
very
Dottie?
comforting. Mhm.
Do you know a Dottie?
Oh my gosh, I do.
So I heard
That's my
Dottie.
father's cousin.
And
Yes,
she's in spirit.
she is.
I just heard somebody say their name really loud. When she said Dorothy, I heard Dottie.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
So piggyback, but I think it was for you too. You're
Oh
both.
my gosh. Yeah.
Were you close
Oh, you
with
know
that
what?
cousin Dottie?
I'm sorry.
Were you close with Dottie?
We were.
Yeah.
She was actually my father's cousin.
She's
And
funny, though.
actually, tomorrow is her anniversary of her death.
She's got a good
Mm.
sense of humor, yes.
I'm sorry?
Good sense of humor.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There were stories that my father
She's
told
a
me.
character.
Yep. For
Well,
sure.
she's around. She's connecting with you, okay?
That's so weird. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Well, I'm just going to leave you with that. Just know that, that Dottie's hanging out with you. Cheryl got your grandmother, it sounds like. And I feel like Dottie just wants you to know she's really proud of you and always with you. And don't forget to keep laughing.
Aw, thank you. I love you guys so much, and thank you for everything that you do.
Wow,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
All
Thank
right,
you,
God bless
Carol.
you both.
All
Thank
right.
you.
we're gonna be back.
Take care.
Thank you.
So there's a bunch of people, Cheryl. Can you see below or only me? All the people that are waiting.
Where am I looking? The comment section? I'm
below
sorry?
below our screen and StreamYard here.
Mm-mm.
So I'm just going to randomly pick somebody and bring them up.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm actually feeling very drawn to, hi, it's Letha.
Letha.
Letha, okay, I was trying.
Just
Hi,
yeah,
Letha.
just Letha.
How can I help you? Did you want a psychic reading or a mediumship reading?
I think I'll take a psychic one.
So do you have a specific question or an area of your life you'd like us to focus on?
My spiritual growth maybe, and maybe some health.
So let me just say right off the bat, I felt drawn to you because I do feel that you have a very intuitive side, and also I feel like you have really vivid dreams. Is this correct?
Lately.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I do think like your guides and your loved ones in spirit are trying to get through to you to help you make some decisions that have some like changes that you're going through recently. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want you to know that I do think that you're overthinking things.
Oh.
And they want you to know, like, just to follow your gut and not to be too logical, because sometimes you get too logical.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
understand that?
I go
like-
in circles.
Yeah, and they're like, just what feels good.
Yeah.
What does your stomach feel like when you're connecting? So I do think that spiritually you are on the right path, but you're kind of slowing it down by overthinking.
Okay.
And I think that you have healing hands.
Oh,
and
good.
if you've tried Reiki or some type of healing modality, but you might enjoy it greatly.
Yeah, I've never done that before, and I didn't know what direction to go in, but that's nice to think about. I need to think about that.
Yeah. And then what was the other thing you had mentioned? The spirituality, and one other thing I forgot because
some health stuff. I'm hoping that's going to be clearing up soon.
Yeah. So are you dealing with like stomach issues?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a combination of something that's health, but also something that's more of the mind.
Oh,
So I don't know if you have a tendency to worry or stress about things.
yeah, and I'm really working on that.
And you're very sensitive. So when you do that, it really does a number on your stomach area. But I
Okay.
feel like you're dealing with something else in addition to that. So I don't know if you're working with a doctor, but
Yes.
okay. And are you on medication? Because I feel like you're on medication now. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
So I have to say, I'm not sure this is the right medication or the right treatment yet. I feel
Okay.
like it's going to take twice. I feel like it's going to take, this is like the first, and they're going to have to go to the next one. But
Okay.
it is going to get better. You will be fine. I don't feel like it's something to worry about or that you should be stressing about. It's all going to work out, and you should focus more on meditating and keeping the peace and the calm within your body and your mind.
Okay. Okay.
Cheryl, do you
I've
go ahead.
been hearing or smelling a certain smell, and for the life of me, I cannot think about who that smell goes to.
Funny, Cheryl.
Well, I'm laughing, Letha.
Just
I'm
Letha.
Letha, thank you. I'm laughing because my nose started itching, and I'm hearing she's very sensitive, especially in the smelling, and it's as if you're opening up because you're an empath. So you're opening up, you're highly sensitive. And
Mhm.
I feel that maybe we have to really accommodate that, or we have to adjust our lifestyle in order to really support that. Right.
Okay. Okay.
So just to help you, and that smelling, I just felt mom or grandmom, like I'm feeling a woman around you.
Okay.
I don't know and also your father's past, please, is
Mhm.
like, and
Yes.
then also there's a smoker coming through, so do you understand that?
Yes.
Someone who would have smoked?
All three of them. Uh-huh.
Like a
So,
chain smoker.
oh, so that's what I'm feeling even around your health as Kelly, just to add to that, it feels like, you are maybe in a sensitive, area where you live. I don't know if there's loud construction going on or loud
Mm-mm.
noises. Does any of that make sense? Okay, it
No.
just feels like we wanna be aware of our, the area you live in also. I just felt we want to be either quiet, we want like a soft floor, or soft rugs or something for our, like we want to get really we want to complement the senses, and we want to be in
Okay.
the quietness, we want to
Okay.
taste really yummy things, we want to be easy about all of that. But you're being very much supported. I agree with Kelly about your intuition is definitely there. I mean, you are really open. So you just have to support that and care
Okay.
for that, nurture. And that's through nurturing yourself.
Right. I'm on a learning curve, so every day is something new. But uh, I've been reading a lot and learning to meditate and all that, so that's good. So all
Really
three
good.
people that you said were there, because I lost my brother-in-law, my mom, and my dad
Oh my gosh.
within a year. So, but I'm just glad they're okay and stuff. So that's good.
Yeah, I feel a lot of love surrounds you and has been guiding you.
I kept
And
telling my mom to come and see me, but I just see like bluebirds and yellow butterflies and that sort of thing the
Oh,
last
it's
week.
oh,
beautiful. And look at that. Look at that. You asked her to come see you, and then you acknowledge those signs. So,
Mm-hmm.
and we know that there's signs because it's unusual. Like might be unusual that one like flew right into your, your radar, so to
Oh yeah,
speak.
it keeps coming back. Yeah, it keeps
Wow.
coming back. So it's
You are
pretty
very,
cool.
very clairvoyant and really very, very connected. So I just know that they're right there with you, helping you and supporting you, and kind of helping you stay upright. Because that's really hard to hear about. The last year or two. You've lost a
Sure,
lot of people. So
sure.
there's definitely, like you mentioned, a growth happening. So
Yes,
know that
absolutely.
there's
I'm
support in
pretty
you.
determined, so it's good to hear about the Reiki thing with the healing. So that
Mm.
would be great. I At least that kind of gives me a direction.
yes, yes. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on, and we appreciate you for following and watching the show. Thank you.
Yes, I enjoy watching both of you girls.
Oh, thank
We
you
love
very
having
much.
you. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm gonna just put you back. Oh, there, she did it already. So, oh, oh, okay. So somebody's having trouble hearing, but I think we figured
Oh,
it
is
out.
that right?
Yeah. So I'm going to bring somebody else on. You
Okay.
know, okay, that was so weird. I saw two Franks for a reason. I was going to bring Frank on, and now there's one of you, but there was two just a second ago. Frank, can you hear us now? Oh, I don't think you can hear us. Anything, Frank? All right, I'm going to have to put you back. I'm sorry. I tried. I thought maybe if you came on, it would work. So
Okay.
let's,
Ooh,
let's,
we heard a little bit there.
yeah. Let's see. Hi, Priscilla. How can we help you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Well, I was hoping to get a mediumship.
Yeah. Is your mother passed away, please?
No.
I don't know why I felt mom right away. And do you have a young person that passed away, please?
Yes.
Is it a female?
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes that's where I was. I was older, and I'm like, well, do I have a mom, or are you the mom, or? And then I went right younger. I went younger female. So is this your daughter, please, or a daughter, please?
Yes.
And I don't know why I got an S initial or an S, and that may be with anyone else in the family. I don't know why I got an S. So I'm just going to hand you that.
Yes. Okay.
And is there also about her passing from an illness, please?
Yes.
And I need, what is your name again? I'm sorry, I missed your name.
Priscilla.
Priscilla. Thank you, Priscilla. You talk to her a lot is what she says. I talk to her a lot, and I just feel like she gives you signals and signs that she's around. And it feels like, her health kind of got better a little bit or something, or there was a little bit of, possible, getting through this or something. And then it went downhill, but you talk to her all the time, she says, and you were with her when she passes. Is that right, Priscilla?
Yes.
And I just feel so close to you. So you're the mom is where we're heading, is you're the mom. And does your mother live with you, please, or live nearby?
Nearby, but not with me.
Nearby. Fair enough, because I feel like she's supporting you or trying to offer comfort or this type of feeling. A really good energy around that. I want to tell you, your daughter is very playful when she comes through. I know she's a girl and I get the color pink and I know you're wearing pink, but I just want to say pink blankets. Like, let's go play. Like, and then also she showed me a tattoo. So I'm not sure if you have a tattoo or someone got a tattoo in her honor, please. Would that make sense, please?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then also, do you understand the name that starts with a T, like a Tanya? I'm not sure why I got that, but if you understand that, please.
Well, a T would be her brother or her dad.
What are their names? Just to
they're both Tim.
Oh, Tim. Okay. Just so we can understand
Yeah.
that, and I think she turns the lights off and on in your house. So talking about signs from spirit, she says, do you get that, Kelley? Like, I go around and I flick the lights off and on.
She likes to let herself, let everybody know she's around. Yeah.
Kelley,
playful.
What are you getting, please?
I get that she's very playful and she's kind of one of those people, like she's a child, but she's like an old soul, because I feel like she was, and she does feel like she was older, like a young adult, maybe between 15 and 25. Is that right? Or was she younger? That was around her age?
No, she was 25.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Because I feel there's like a real playful side to her, a real fun side, especially with you. She loved to joke around with you. And like she tells me you're very gullible. It used to like fall for everything that she'd joke with you and you'd like believe her. Do you understand this?
Yes.
So she laughs about that. And she likes to like mess around with the electronics and things around the house. Is her brother younger than her?
Yes.
Because I feel like she's talking about that too. She was like, he's a younger brother and she likes to tease him and mess around with him too. And has it been has it not been that long since she passed? Has it just been a few years or less?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I feel like it was 3.
Yeah, I feel like it was like coming up, but less. Thank you. Because I do feel like it's been difficult and it must be coming up on the anniversary, like at the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Because I feel like she passed around the end or beginning of the year, like right around December, January. Is that right?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So
No.
do you understand December, January being an important, like either a birthday then of some sort?
Yeah, birthday. Her
Is that her brother's
sister's
or her
birthday in
sister's? Okay.
December.
Okay, so I do feel then she's talking about that
Yeah.
because I feel like every time there's a holiday, every time there's a birthday, every time there's an anniversary, you guys do something in her honor or, you know, try to include her even though she's not there anymore. But she really is there and she wants you to know that. And I feel like she's aware of
And
the things that you've done since she passed,
Mhm.
because I do feel like you have a collage of pictures of her that you have put up. Do you understand that?
I do. I do.
She loves that.
Yes.
Yeah, like all the fun memories. But she's like, they're not all my best pictures, but it makes my mom happy, you know? Because she was beautiful and she always wants to, she's a little vain. She's a little vain. But in a good way. I like her energy. She's very playful, but she's not alone. She's with all this family. And I feel like in life, she kind of said it like it was. She didn't beat around the bush. She was a very straightforward person and got things done and kind of a leader. And so she's kind of taking that role on the other side and getting everybody in like get everybody in ship. What is that? Ship shape? What's that word?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm like, what is that? But she's like, I'm taking care of everybody here, telling them how it all works and helping everybody kind of connect and be connected with you guys. She's also with all the dogs. So you guys have had a lot of dogs
Yes,
over the
definitely
years?
dogs over there.
Yeah.
Because it's one dog.
Yes.
She's like, I'm taking care of all the dogs. Don't worry, Mom. She's like, I wasn't very good when I was here, like remembering to take care of them, but I'm good over here taking care of them. So she's hanging out with all the animals because she loves animals. Do you understand this?
Yes.
She's a
Yes.
beautiful soul. She's your angel now. Know that. She's going to be guiding the whole family, watching over you guys. She's a very beautiful soul. And in life, she was a huge energy and people were drawn to her. And she's still that huge energy. So know that. All right.
Yeah.
And she loves you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you both.
everything.
You.
Yeah,
Thank you, Priscilla.
All right.
you.
I'm going to leave you with that, Priscilla. And, oh, there we go. I'm going to, oh, I don't know. There it is. I'm going to put you back in the stream. And if you
Okay.
want to exit out, you can watch us on Facebook. That way other people can get in.
Okay.
It's
Thank you.
like a certain amount of people.
Wow.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Well, that's been great. So let's try. You want to talk a little bit more? We have 1, 2, 3 more people waiting, but one more person waiting because Frank can't hear. So
Okay.
I can hear him. So let's
I know
go.
someone was asking about a career job, Jane Austen. I
Jane,
don't know.
Yeah, if you want to just give her a reading for that, Cheryl, or
Yeah.
if she wants to come on, she can use the link.
Yeah, Jane. Jane, you can either type in the chat box what your question is, and we'll just answer it on chat. Or you're welcome to click on the link as Kelly mentioned. So, what is your question? And you can either type it in chat, and we'll answer it directly. Or
And there's the link, everybody, right there. You can copy.
She
and
has no
paste it.
video or audio. So just type in your question, Jane. And I
Yeah.
see it's a career question, but what is the question around that? Like, are you asking about a new job, or we're not sure. Do you see a new career coming my way? May I
Yes.
just ask, Jane, are you working right now? Are you in a career? Are you in working right now? Yes, I am out of work currently. Okay. So, Kelly, I'll tune in, but
Yeah, you tune in, Cheryl, and see. And then we're gonna yes, let's see.
so Jane, yep, I hear you. Jane, I feel like you're interviewing or you're getting ready to send out some resumes. That's what I'm feeling because I just heard like rapid fire, like 3 interviews right away or 3 calls right away. But look, you'll get out there when you're supposed to. I definitely feel a change in career path is what I'm feeling. And I really get a sense of helping people. I really get a sense of really even doing something bold and, putting yourself out there. I almost feel like you're a closet intuitive, meaning that maybe that is your path, but it is about you owning up to your, your intuitive abilities too. I do feel that you have beautiful guides around you, a guide as if an archangel Michael or an angel is what I'm hearing. So an angel. I felt Archangel Michael around you strongly, like you work with angels or you connect with them. So if you can understand that, please let me know. I want to tell you that I know I'm hearing you're ready. You're ready. You're ready for this to get out there. I just kept hearing change of career. So that's what I'm going to leave you with, Jane. And I want you to come back on our show sometime again and ask a question again or ask more of another type of question, because your energy feels like you've been through a lot. And so right now you're kind of in a resting mode, but you are preparing is what I'm hearing. So you're preparing. You often call on archangels. Okay, beautiful. So it's working. I'll just say that, because you're being noticed in the spirit world, meaning your angels won't let you down. That's what I heard. Your angels won't let you down. So also, it is about taking care of yourself, Jane, as in drinking enough water, that type of thing, getting enough rest, kind of trying to be easy about it, like things are lining up for you. But I do feel a career change.
Well, that was great, Cheryl. I don't think I can add to anything. You just covered it
Okay.
all.
Well,
I mean,
good.
that was great. I hope that was
Great.
helpful, Jane. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna bring on Anne real quick, and then maybe we'll do this.
Okay.
We'll do. Anne's been waiting a while. Let's bring her
Okay.
on. And there's one other person. Hi, Anne. Are
Hello.
you here? Great.
I am. Thank you.
Good.
I just had a question regarding anything that pops up with my writing or anything career based.
Well, I feel right off the bat that you've been working on some projects, I want to say. So it's like more than one thing. And I don't know what kind of writer you are, but I almost feel like you're writing like screenplays or a book or something like that. Is that correct?
100%.
So I do feel like you've also put your work out there and you're waiting to hear back from people. And I think, there's been good feedback. And you were going to hear something, but it's not the timing you were hoping for. I feel like it's going to take a little bit longer before it gets to the right person. And it almost feels like somebody's going to say yes, and then it's going to switch to another person after that. So I don't know what that's about. Almost like you're going to get two offers, or one offer falls through or something. And but I do feel like you're getting it in the right places and the right people are seeing it. So don't give up and don't lose focus, because you're on the right path is what I'm hearing. Cheryl, do you feel anything on this?
I feel, Anne and Kelly, I feel, Anne, with you that in a past life you were a scribe. You must be a writer. Do you write all your life? Do you have memories like you've written for a very, very long time in your life, like even from a child or something? Do you know that? Are you there
Then
with
because
us?
it was. Are you here?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you now. Yes, now we can hear.
Yeah. That's where the doubt comes in, because it's so new. It's such a new career.
But you're a streamline. I really feel like you're tapped into something that it's like a jet stream. There's a stream of energy, and you're right there. You're right there. Maybe you're going to even go deeper into this field. But what I'm hearing for you, Anne, is that people are not hearing you for some reason. I don't know I don't know what this is yet, but it's like you're not being heard, or you're not getting your work in front of the right people, as Kelly mentioned. But I want to tell you, I almost feel like taking a step back and taking a step back and kind of reviewing who you're sending your information out to. Like, who do you really want to connect with? Like, go big, right? Who do you really want to sign on with? Who do you really want to have look at that manuscript that you're talking about and go that direction? Because that's where the energy is, if that makes sense, right?
That's beyond helpful.
Yeah, think big. I like that. Think big. Because I think you're onto something. And here's the thing. I think, like Cheryl's saying, like, you're channeling this in such a great way. It must have just flowed right out of you. Is that right? Like you were kind of shocked yourself.
Hmm.
You're like, how did this happen? But I think it's going to be great.
Thank you so much, you guys. What
It,
loves.
it feels like a 3-parter, just to tell you. I don't know why I heard that. I heard 3 parts. So I don't know if
Thank
you're
you
writing a
so much.
trilogy.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
And even Cheryl, even I emailed you a couple of times, and I was writing for you, and it came out that so fast too. So that's the same thing. Like the same
That's
thing, like
fantastic.
titles and stuff. Yeah. So it
Oh.
felt very fast. It only took me like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Wow.
Awesome.
So it was exciting to do that. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And look, send me another email and just let
I
me
will.
know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let
Thank
us
you,
know.
Ann. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
What a blessing. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. So we have one more person that's waiting on here in the back room, and it's getting close to the end. So want me to pull this last person and then we'll finish up with some announcements, or do you want to do some announcements now and then do this last reading?
Let's do some announcements now. Does that sound okay? And
Yeah, so John, hold on, we'll be with you shortly.
hang on, John.
We're coming. So well, do you want to share first? Or you want me to go
Well,
first?
I just want to share with everyone. Look, if you know, just to talk about my website for a moment, I have. If you sign up for my newsletter, you receive my 5 top tools for igniting your psychic and mediumistic abilities. So go over to my website, mediumcheryl.com, and sign up for my newsletter. I do offer that weekly healing prayer circle, which I love doing, and that's free to sign up. You can also do that on my website. It's Join the Healing Prayer Circle. I also offer a 30-day meditation package that's an easy download. It's like 30 days of video meditation with me. So if you want to meditate with me, I sell that on my shop page, something that might help you practice meditation or get back to it. There's lots of good topics that I talk about. But my next online event coming up is going to be October 21st. It's my online small group event. It's called Circle of Love Small Group Readings. And that's also on my website on my events page. But that link is circleofloveoctober.eventbrite.com. Once again, it's a small group that I work with every month. I'd love to see you there. Only 8 people. So it's a small gathering of 8 people. We do readings, mediumship readings. We answer psychic questions with time allowing. But I'd love for you to kind of be part of our singbeyondradio.com, part of our family. We are building this community. We are so grateful to be back for our 2nd season. So I'll leave you with that. And we look forward to sharing all of our knowledge and our meditations with you, our signs from spirit. So please join us for more conversations, and make sure you tune in every Wednesday and see Kelly and I here. We'll also be announcing this more through emails and our social media. So just like us on Facebook, follow us on our website. We love you guys and we love what we're doing. I know you guys can feel it. And thank you for being part of our community.
And let
Kelly,
me just share my stuff here real quick. And so if you guys want to follow me on my website and sign up for my newsletter, it's mediumkelly.com. Or if you just want to hear about our radio show, you can go to seeingbeyond.com and sign up for our newsletter there. And then you won't get all of our other emails. You'll just get that one. It's up to you. Or you can join all of our email newsletters, whichever you want. And then I have some upcoming exciting events that are coming up here in the near future. So if you go to my website, mediumkelly.com, and go to my events page, you can see I have, a small group reading that's in person here in Sacramento in October on the October 8th, and it's Saturday at 6:00. But I also decided to do one online for anybody that's not local on October 13th at 6 p.m. And that's I believe it's a Thursday night. So please check that out, and you can buy a ticket. And then my small group readings, everybody gets a reading. There's nobody left out. I'm also teaching. So I've created 2 classes or 3 things going on. I have 2 mentorships that are right now in person / online. They're kind of a mix. but I'm also have an intuitive development circle that is bi-weekly. If you want to learn more about your spiritual gifts, I have someone to practice with. It's every 2 weeks I'll hold the circle. It's an hour and a half, and it'll be on Zoom, so you could join from anywhere. So feel free to join us. And I think those are the big things. And just you find us here every Wednesday at 4:00. We'll be live 95% of the time. There's a couple shows that will be pre-recorded with guests because we're traveling or we're out of town, but definitely 95% of the time we'll be live and you will hear us and we'll be doing readings. Let's bring John on real quick.
Okay.
Finish that up. All right. Hi, John.
Hi, Kelly. How you doing? Hi, Cheryl.
How can we help you?
Well, I was looking for really a psychic reading, maybe. I'm just at a point in my life. Just turned 60 earlier this year, and yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, what direction to go in. I've worked in the music business for a long time.
Oh my God, I felt that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I worked for Tower Records for a long time, and I worked in the music business, and currently I'm doing background acting in TV and movies and stuff, and which is fun, but I'm looking for something else, and I'm just thinking about what the angels have to say, what those people who watch over me, what do they have anything to say to me, that kind of thing.
Cheryl, you're on something. Go.
Can I go?
Yes.
Oh my God, John. Oh my God, John. And I'm so glad, we're working with you today. And thank you for being a part of the show. And I want to have tears in my eyes as I'm talking to you because I know you are very much available to the spirit world is what I'm hearing, right? So above your head right now, all this energy, like what I'm hearing for you is the choice is yours. And I felt the music up here and I feel the angels up here. And I just feel he has so many choices and he has so much happening. And I do feel you stepping onto another platform. So whether take it with acting or public speaking, I feel that a lot with you about you getting in front of people and talking. It is about you having choices. I do want to tell you. So I felt that music coming from you. I do feel that you make yourself available to the presence of spirit. Like I think you meditate. Is that right? Or
Yes,
you must meditate. Like you are here. Like I am here. I'm getting chills now. I'm here. And your father has passed. Is that right? Is there a father that's passed? Say that please one more time.
Yeah, both of my parents are still with me. Yeah.
Okay. And maybe this is is there a grandfather named John? Or is there someone else named John, please?
I had a great uncle who I never met years ago named John, but no, I didn't have a grandfather named John. No.
Okay. All right. I don't know. There's a gentleman behind you. I know this is our last call, but I just felt a gentleman stepping forward. So I don't know if that's going to go anywhere at the moment. Let me just feel with your career path. I almost feel as if you're still a representative for the music industry, I want to say, but I feel you more in a speaking mode or an agent mode, or a representing mode. It is about you talking. I'm just going to hand it over to Kelley, but I get public speaking with you. And I love the acting, by the way. I love that.
What I did before the pandemic is that I was a trivia night host in a number of bars in Manhattan. So I would get up on a microphone. I'd write up all these questions. We'd have people come in and we'd have a contest. And it was a lot of fun. We give out prizes at the end of the night. So yeah, I kind of discovered that kind of public speaking, just getting in front of a microphone in front of people, and everybody would have a good time. And it was a lot of fun to do. I just haven't done that in a while. With the pandemic shut down all these bars in Manhattan. So it's I was another way to go. So.
Well, that's so funny you said that, because that's what I was seeing is like, God, he knows about everything about music and trivia and all this. I was thinking, and so I just feel like you're on this like new pathway. Like I keep hearing, don't stop learning, don't ever stop learning and growing, because like that's just who you are. And that's why you're good at whatever you put your mind to. But you have an extremely creative side. And I keep hearing creativity, writing, finding your hobbies, which obviously, trivia or learning about new things, right? And just never stop learning. But I also feel like you need to get outdoors more, and you need to be more in nature, because you don't realize it, but that actually that brings in more creative thoughts for you, that helps you focus more, and you're not getting out enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I tend to think that's true. Yeah, I could probably go out a little more.
It gives you that time to pause and get away from like electronics and away from everything and really get kind of
Yeah.
like get back to who you are. And because you get caught up in learning and sometimes you get obsessed with it and you don't like focus on anything but like whatever you're interested in.
Right.
So I see you having like your own kind of podcast with trivia or things like that and having to do with whatever it is that you're interested in on, not just music, because you have a lot of interest.
Yeah.
And so I think like creating something like that where you get to just share those things is going to be something that will do really well and that you'll really enjoy.
Yeah,
But don't stop learning, don't stop growing.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I want to put all your story because you have so many experiences. I want to put all your stories in a book and then sell the book and use it as a tool to get you public speaking. Like use that as your gateway. Like you're a motivational speaker. That's more maybe what I'm hearing. A motivational speaker is about, your triumphs or your challenges or what you've overcome in life or just maybe your outlook on life.
Cheryl, Cheryl, it's funny you're going down that road. Is that I wrote a book. I self-published a book many years ago about a friend I lost on September 11th, and yeah, so I basically wrote it for myself. I didn't really write it so much to put it out there. I had a friend years ago who said I had all these things happen to me after my friend died on that day. And she said, you got to write all this down and like put it like in like a book. So finally I did it about maybe 10 years ago. I put all the, by day kind of thing. And I put it into a book and it's actually, it's sitting in my desk and it's been there for a long time. I've been thinking about at one point, letting people know I've done this. But I guess there's a part of me that's, well, maybe reluctant to do that. But I really wrote it for my friend's memory and really just for myself, just so I wouldn't forget all these things that happened to me after my friend passed. She's an incredible spirit. She really is. And all these things that happened to me after her passing, it transformed my life. It really did.
So there's a lot of healing in that book. So I hope you do whenever you're ready in your own divine time, let other people share in her, connection, because I know that maybe she wants to, continue the healing, but that is, I just feel what I'm hearing is, opening the gateway or open doors opening with that book. There's something there to share, to be told, to do with, and also, so I'm so glad that resonates with you. I'm just so glad. So
yeah, it does. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful to say, Cheryl. And by the way, I love your Sunday night healing. I'm a part of it every week.
I love hearing that, John. And I know I recognize your name and I love hearing your voice at the end when you come on and say thank you. So I feel so connected to you. And I so appreciate you being on today's call. I mean, it just, it really touches my heart. And I know Kelley loves having you and you're going to be a part of Kelley's, life now with her signs from spirit. Maybe you can share your signs from spirit too, because it's a beautiful community that you help create with that healing prayer circle. So thank you, John, for being a part of it.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Kelley, as well.
Thank you. Thank you everybody for joining us today. I'm going to put you back in the back, John, the whatever you call it here. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you both.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. We're about at the end. We have about 8 minutes or so. I think we were going to go to about 5:30, right?
Okay.
So,
yes.
Anything else? Okay. And we are having issues with StreamYard tonight, it seems. So we're gonna hopefully everything will go smoothly here at the end. But yes. So, anything else you want to share, Cheryl?
I just would love to tell everyone that, this season 2 with Kelley and myself, and the name of our show is Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed. And that's what we're all about is, stepping into your power, empowering people, sharing maybe our stories and what we've been through with our learning process and our, work as mediums and psychics and intuitives, animal communicators, energy healers, relationships, relationship, whether we can help you with guidance or advice, or not really advice, but guidance, or, confirmation, validation. Maybe that's what you're looking for. But, living transformed is really about bringing our hearts together. It is about creating this awareness that, we're stepping into amazing transformational energy, right, Kelley? And I mean, we're stepping into this fifth dimensional platform here, talking about platforms. And if we can walk together with a little bit of ease and grace and laughter along the way, that would be great. We know that life is challenging and we all have challenges. We are all in our own place of transformation. But if we can hold that space for each other with our hearts and with grace, and really raise that vibration that, no matter what, we will get through this, or we can share in the glory of getting through it, and we can create positive change forward, and we can really create something of a higher awareness. Maybe it's an inner higher awareness, maybe it's an individual feeling that you have that touches you deeply. And we so appreciate all of our callers tonight. I mean, we got to meet Priscilla, we got to meet John, we met Anne, we met Lethea, we
You're
met
good, Cheryl. What a memory. Oh my gosh, I'm impressed. I can barely remember my own name. That was good. Oh my gosh.
So,
Yeah. So it's been a fun first show on this new station. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. And just so everybody knows, because, I'm really big on birthdays. My birthday is next Thursday, so we'll have the show on the day before my birthday. So I'll
oh my
expect a bunch of happy birthdays, please.
yes, you need to wear a tiara. Happy
I'm
birthday
going to. I
tiara.
actually have a crystal crown.
Oh,
I'll
you
be
have a
wearing
crystal,
for my birthday. All these crystals. I bought it. I'm so excited.
a crystal crown is
Yeah,
perfect.
I love birthdays, and I was supposed to be in Hawaii, but my husband's having oral surgery, so we're not going out of town.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's got some teeth problems, and so
Mm.
that's more important. I love him.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
look forward to seeing everybody. Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Thank you all for coming, and thank you. I see people on the call that we know. We know Mary. Hi, Mary. We know Kathy, Frank. Hopefully we can get Frank on again. The tech issue with Frank, we just couldn't make that happen. Jane, thank you so much for asking your question. We appreciate everyone. We appreciate WLTK Digital Broadcasting, and Todd. Thank you for making us look great and sound great, and we appreciate all of you. So please join us on our websites. Like us on TikTok, because we are building those platforms.
Yes.
We are. I'm a newbie, and I know Kelley's got it underway there, but
I'm still new. We're both newbies.
We are trying to reach we're trying to reach more people like you, and that is another opportunity for us to do so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week and weekend, and we'll see you next week. All right. Bye.
Bye.